This is the Army Chief General Upendra, who is now in Srinagar reviewing the security situation, assessing the anti-terror operations that are underway in the region. The top army commanders have briefed General Dwivedi on various aspects of the security measures and the counter-terror operations in the valley. India's security forces and the armed forces have been on high alert in the aftermath of the terror attack. Well, we have Nazir Masoodi joining us to get us more on this. Nazir, the army commanders have briefed the army chief in regard to the security measures. Take us through the steps and measures that you've seen in the past 24 to 48 hours that have now been implemented, the kind of security that's been beefed up and the kind of, operations that we are seeing and the kind of security arrangements, the men on the ground. What all has changed in the last 24 hours?
Well, Army Chief General Upendra Dwivedi reached here this morning and visited 15 Corps here, which is right next to me, and he was briefed by top army commanders, including Chief of Northern Command, Army's 15th Corps Commander and other field commanders about the current situation. And it's not just about the ongoing anti-terror operations, multiple anti-terror operations, including operation in Pahalgam, but also the evolving situation, the dynamic situation, which is in the line of control. And I believe Rahul Gandhi has just reached here. He is entering the army this base. Rahul Gandhi has reached here. He is entering here to inside the health hub to meet.
Rahul Gandhi, of course, there has, reached Srinagar. He has, in fact, cut short his trip. He was, in fact, in... This is Rahul Gandhi, who was in the United States. He cut short his trip due to the attack that took place in Pahalgam. He has reached in order to take stock of the situation, in order to meet with those who have injured. That is on the agenda as well. And of course, the opposition there, totally pledging its support in whatever action that the government would take. Do remember that the opposition did raise some questions during that all-party meeting that took place yesterday in regard to the lapses as far as security is concerned, to which, of course, the government said that this was an area which was only opened during the Amarnath Yatra, and it had been opened by tour operators. They'd used that area without informing the government. Nazir, getting us details. Nazir, take us through the agenda of Rahul Gandhi's visit.
Well, I was talking about, Army Chief's visit, and he was Army Chief actually left this place a while back. Now Rahul Gandhi has entered 15 Corps headquarters to visit 92 Army base hospital to inquire about the well-being of the injured tourists who are here, admitted at Army's 92 base hospital right behind me. And Rahul Gandhi visited, and he was, what I have been told, he may be addressing a press conference. Actually, leader of the opposition coming here, meeting the injured, is actually to show the collective resolve of the country that when it comes to terror, entire country is on one page. They are unanimous. So that is the situation. So that is the situation. Rahul Gandhi inside meeting the injured tourists. There were 17 people who were injured in that horrible terror attack. 26 others were, 26 were killed. And earlier, Army Chief was here at 15 Corps headquarters, right behind me. And then he met the senior officers. He was briefed, and he left this place. And apparently, he may be meeting Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha as well, so to brief him about the situation. In fact, Army Chief's visit has come after he briefed the leadership of the country, including Defense Minister, about the possible military action India may be taking following Pahalgam massacre. India has already taken punitive action against Pakistan, a decisive action which is suspending Indus water treaty, and it is believed to be much more serious, much more profound than any military action, because Indus water treaty is something which gives rights over the water of three rivers, Jahlim, Chenab and Indus, to Pakistan. and if this water is diverted or stopped, or the height of dams is increased, it is going to stop Pakistan. And they are also then threatening that in times of war they can be flooded. That is what they have been saying, because always Indus Water Commission, Permanent Commission, used to visit these dams and ensure that the permissible limit of any dam and its height is maintained. It's not, violated that. But that is now India is not bound by that, by those that treaty, norms, because India has suspended that treaty. That is so important. Now Pakistan saying if they divert the water, it is an act of war, and they are going to use all their national military assets to fight this. That is kind of, frustration they may be having. They are clearly rattled, but here, whether it is military, political leadership, they are on one page. They are backing center's move in response to this killing of innocent tourists in Kashmir. In fact, yesterday, an all-party meeting in Srinagar, which was chaired by Chief Minister Umar Abdullah, unanimously resolved that they back centers all the decision, including suspending Indus Water Treaty. And here there's an interesting take on Indus Water Treaty that political parties and leadership of Jammu and Kashmir have always been talking about, asking center to compensate Jammu and Kashmir for the losses J&K has suffered because of the Indus Water Treaty. Because when treaty was signed, people of Jammu and Kashmir or leadership was not taken on board that time, and it has been to the disadvantage of the people of Jammu and Kashmir and the interests of Jammu and Kashmir. So when India has finally now decided to suspend this treaty, we see here the leadership here, entire leadership, whether it's opposition or whether it is ruling party, are saying they endorse center's decision. But when it comes to what it means for Pakistan, it is a lifeline for them, because when you stop water or divert water, it can literally dry their river system and their irrigation system. It is perhaps there could not have been a bigger, decisive, punitive, action against Pakistan than, suspending Indus Water Treaty. That's what India has done this time. They have said enough is enough. They have crossed that red line, and they have suspended the Indus Water Treaty. It is a treaty which was brokered by World Bank in 1960, and it actually survived and withstood 3 wars between India and Pakistan: 1965, 71 war, 99 war, 35 years of militancy, and even terror attack on the parliament. Even that time, India did not think of revoking or suspending this treaty, Indus Water Treaty. But finally, this time, India decided not to suspend it. Pakistan has, in response, suspended Shimla Agreement. What does that mean? This means they would not recognize line of control as a line of control that was decided after 71 war. They would treat it as a ceasefire line, because what Shimla Agreement would tell, it would say, regardless of your stand on the position on both sides, you would not breach the line of control. So it was binding on both the countries not to violate the line of control, and then based on that, both militaries have the ceasefire agreement, which we know is still intact and it is still there. So you have a really highly volatile situation. Atari border has been shut. There's no business. Diplomatic, stop has been downgraded to the lowest levels.
Right.
Visas have been cancelled, and now we see this action. And Rahul Gandhi is presently inside the Army's 92 base hospital here at 15 Corps headquarters, meeting injured and showing the collective resolve of the government. They stand with the victims, they stand with the injured, and they also stand with the government when it comes to fighting terror and its decision on Pakistan.
Absolutely.